This is the sound of modern work. Quiet, efficient, invisible. And this is the sound of getting things done. We made technology thinner, lighter, silent, turned our tools into toys. Then something strange started happening. People are hunting for rusty machines in thrift stores, building aluminum keyboards that weigh as much as a brick. Why? Because we forgot that work is supposed to feel like something. To understand this movement, you need to see what we lost. If you worked in an office in the 90s, typing was physical. You pushed plastic pistons, felt the resistance, heard the spring recoil. Then came the flattening, membrane keyboards, mushy rubber domes that felt like typing on a wet sponge, laptop scissor switches with barely any travel, and finally, glass. We tap on screens that give us zero feedback, slide our fingers over smooth surfaces that tell our brains absolutely nothing. We sanitized the process until it had no soul left. There's a specific kind of emptiness that comes from working on a touchscreen for 8 hours straight. You're expending energy, but you're not getting any back. Your fingers glide, no impact, no resistance. No thud to tell your brain, task complete. This might explain why digital burnout feels so disorienting. You're exhausted, but your body hasn't actually done anything. You've been floating in a sensory deprivation tank. We stripped away the friction because we thought friction was bad. Easy meant better. Turns out, some researchers suggest that friction is what makes digital work feel real. Without the click, without the clack, without the physical confirmation of the key hitting bottom, your brain struggles to register that the work is done. The rebellion began, and for some, it meant going all the way back to iron and ink. Fast forward to today, typewriter sales are climbing, not for decoration, for discipline. A typewriter is an unforgiving machine. It doesn't care about your feelings. Most manual typewriters don't have correction keys. When you type on one, you have to mean it. You can't vomit words onto the page and edit them later. You build the sentence in your head, structure it, commit to it physically. It transforms writing from stream of consciousness into architecture. The biggest lie modern software sold us? That undo is a feature. In life, there is no undo button. On a computer, nothing is permanent. You can delete, rewrite, resize forever. That's why writer's block exists. That's why you procrastinate. The stakes are zero. A typewriter reintroduces the fear of failure. Mess up, you ruin the page. That anxiety forces focus, forces presence. You aren't tab switching to check email. You aren't getting notifications about a sale on Amazon. Just you, the machine, and the terrifying permanence of ink on paper. It slows you down, yes. That slowness is exactly what we're starving for. We don't need to type faster. We need to think deeper. If the sound of a mechanical keyboard gives you shivers in a good way, hit that like button. If you remember the smell of typewriter ribbon, subscribe. We're framing the stories behind the tech you love. That's the purest path. Typewriters, permanence, fear. A 20-pound Smith Corona doesn't exactly fit in a coffee shop. Enter custom mechanical keyboards. To an outsider, this looks insane. People taking apart switches, lubing them by hand with tiny brushes, filming layers of foam, obsessing over stem wobble, scratchiness, and the holy grail, Thock. They're chasing a specific sound frequency, deep, creamy, marbly. Something that scratches an itch in the brain you didn't know you had. Why go to this much trouble for a peripheral? In a world where you rent your music, stream your movies, and subscribe to your software, building a custom keyboard is defiance. One of the few pieces of technology you can truly own. You can take it apart, fix it, tune it until it sounds exactly the way you want. Think about that control. Big tech wants your computer to be a sealed black box you never touch. The mechanical keyboard community says no. This is my tool. I want weight. I want noise. I want to feel the spring compress under my finger. It transforms the computer from an appliance, like a toaster or a fridge, back into a craftsman's tool. Makes the digital world feel physical again. Whether it's a typewriter or a custom keyboard, the pattern is the same. We're reaching for weight, for texture, for sound. This isn't nostalgia. Nostalgia is wanting the past because it's familiar. This is tactile hunger. We're biological creatures trapped in a glass and silicon world, built to touch grass, stone, wood. Instead, we touch Gorilla Glass. The click of a blue switch, the thud of a heavy spacebar, the snap of a typewriter key. Small reminders that we're still here. We traded quality for convenience. We're realizing that convenience is boring. We want the weight back. We want the noise back. We want to feel the work. Fixing your keyboard only solves half the problem. You might have the perfect tool for deep work on your desk, but there's still a device in your pocket vibrating every 5 seconds to destroy your focus. If you want to know why we're finally throwing those black mirrors away, you need to watch this video next.